This is a short bite episode of Homeschool Together. Hello and welcome back to Homeschool Together. We are back on brand here on the Short Bites. We are covering another fun game that we enjoy playing, which is called Welcome to. It's kind of
your perfect home. Welcome to your perfect home.
Welcome to your perfect home. It's the perfect suburban game made for suburban families who want to build the perfect suburban community. Really great. You would call this, Ariel, a flip-in, right? Is that what the term?
That is correct.
Oh, see, I'm learning. I'm learning over time what the dynamics are. This is a wonderful game of numbers and choices and probability and filling in requirements that get more and more difficult as the game moves on.
Right. It's actually really easy to learn too, which we love. And there's a lot of hidden math in this game. One of the things I love is it's a one-player game and it can play up to as many people as you have.
Didn't they say like up to 99? Or
I mean, that's because that's how 99 sheets is included in the deck. But you could play with any number of players. So if you've got a big family or you have a big gathering of people,
or you just want to play alone.
Or you want to play alone, it's fine. It takes about maybe 25 minutes, so it says, and that's about right. It says ages 10 plus. Our daughter can play this at 7 without any issue. Basically, what you have is you have a street with a bunch of different houses on the street.
And this is the sheet that you're going to be writing on.
You have like 3 neighborhoods, and some of the houses have pools, and some of the houses, there's a park at the end of every street. And what you're doing is there's 3 numbers every turn, and everyone on the table plays the same 3 numbers. They choose one of the numbers.
Yeah, and the numbers range from 1 to 15.
Right. And then the numbers on the back of the numbers is a symbol. So what you're going to do is you're going to flip one over, you'll have a number showing, and then its corresponding symbol. And you'll have 3 sets of those. So you'll choose one pair of number and symbol, and the number gets put in one of the houses, and the houses have to go sequential. So if I get a 2, but they could skip numbers, but I could do like 2, 4, 5. I couldn't go back to 1. They have to be in the right order.
From left to right. And each row,
exactly.
One row will have 10, the next one will have 11, and I think the next one has 12. And so you have ability to force gaps. So you can go 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10,
right.
But
you've got to fill in, and you're writing on your sheet and filling it in. And so you're making kind of strategic choices about what you should put where. Which of the 3 numbers should you take?
Low numbers on the left, yeah.
Right. Which of the 3 numbers should you take? And then what power do they have with their symbol? So like, for example, a home that has a pool, if you put a number there, but that number didn't have a corresponding pool symbol, you can't circle the pool and get extra points for the pool, right? Mm-hmm. You can just put a number there, and that was a house number. There's other ones where...
like fences. You can add fences because there are these...
like block in certain blocks of the neighborhood, like 3 houses together or 5 houses together or whatever.
Exactly, yeah.
And there's different goals depending on... There's a couple of goals in the game that you get like extra points for. The first person to make a group of 6 houses and a group of 4 houses gets extra points or whatever. There's parks that you can be playing into. So, if I played a house number in that street and I had a park symbol with that card, then I can play a park. So you're making decisions. What I really like about this game is the decisions are not super hard to make, and you only have 3 choices every turn. Yeah. So you can't make infinite decisions. You've just got, hey, I've got 3 numbers. Which numbers could I play legally? Mm-hmm. Because which spaces could I take, let's say 3, a 10, and a 13? Those are my options. Well, if I can't use a 3 on any of my rows, that's out. I've got a 10 and a 13. Okay, can I take those? Oh yeah, I could take them both. Well then, which symbol do they have, and which one would help me more?
And what are you trying to angle towards, whether it's get all the pools or all the parks or do the
and everyone has their own strategy. This is kind of like a 7 Wonders somewhere. Everyone's got their own, like, I win with armies or whatever. So I'm like very much, I win with parks. I always want to go for parks, right? Matt's always trying to get fences, and he always wants to break up his neighborhood. We've played this with both of our sets of parents. So the grandparents love this game because it's not very difficult. And you're just going to score it at the bottom. So there's tons of math because every time that you have these 3 different options come up, your learner is looking at, well, what's the score of each of those 3 things? Yeah. Oh, well, if I get the pool, that's 5 points. But if I take the construction sign, I actually get 10 points for that, and he's got some. So you're doing a lot of adding, and you're doing a lot of like comparison shopping
Exactly. Yeah.
between what you should use.
Well, what I like most about it is like at the beginning of the game, you're making decisions of where to put numbers, and it's pretty much wide open. Like you can have some
you can do
theory on
anything.
starting, but where it starts to get difficult is all of a sudden you're running out of homes to put numbers on.
Yeah.
And like, okay, I need to keep some low number options here in case towards the end of the game I only have low numbers.
Right.
And I got to save a couple large numbers up here. So you're having to make decisions on how to economize how you play your numbers into the game. I think that adds like a level of foresight and dynamic to how you're playing the numbers on the game. And it's a really fun game. We've played this a number of times. This is one of the games where, if we don't really want to play a game but we want to play a game and we don't want to play a big complex game, Welcome to is a very easy one to play. Mm-hmm. It's also an easy game to have a conversation if you've been playing. If you like you and I know how to play this game, we can play this game and have a conversation while doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Because this is a game we can take to like a restaurant sometimes, and we've taken it on vacation.
It's great.
It is one of our favorites. There's only a few games that we have that we would play anytime. We always say yes to. It's like breakfast for dinner. No one ever says no to breakfast for dinner. The whole family will always say yes.
Yeah, if you're sitting there and you're like,
this is one of those games.
It's, I don't know, it's like 5:00 and you're like, do you want pancakes and eggs and sausage for
yes.
Yes, that's a yes. This is a yes game.
Right. It's always a yes. They have different themes too. So we have the pack there's a Halloween pack, there's a Winter Wonderland pack, and they're really affordable. They're like, I don't know, $6 or $7 for the extra pack. So we have the main one, and you can easily laminate the sheet and use it as many times, I think. But there is a pad of almost 100, and we're not out of them yet. And we've played a lot of games.
You can buy like refill packs pretty cheap, right?
Yeah, and you can buy laminated ones, but they have tons of different varieties. And this is hands down top 10 game in our collection. We play this all the time. The kids love it. We love it. Grandparents love it. And we just realized, we were saying the other day, like, have we done Welcome to? And I was like, of course we have. It's like one of our favorite games. And I realized we had overlooked it. So we wanted to tell you all about it because it is one of our favorites. Thanks so much for joining us today and making us a part of your homeschool journey. Please engage with us on social media. Join our Homeschool Together podcast group on Facebook and find us at Homeschool Together Podcast on Instagram. We'd love to hear your feedback, questions, and recommendations. Until next time,
happy homeschooling!